Hello and welcome to Daily Records. I'm Tommy Burton and thanks for watching. Thanks for those of you that have been subscribing and commenting. I really appreciate it. Let's keep it up. Let's spread the word about this channel and get it out and talk about it. And I appreciate everyone that's been taking time to comment on the things that's been going on. So today's record is by this band, the Raconteurs. This is Consolers of the Lonely. And Consolers of the Lonely is the second album by the Raconteurs. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Raconteurs is the band with Jack White there from the White Stripes and Brendan Benson. This was their second album, released on March 25th, 2008. It's a beautiful tri-fold. I don't know if you guys can see all of that. But there's that, and then of course the inside, which is just a beautiful, beautiful cover. It's a 2-record set. Like I said, released on March 25th, 2008. Now, what had happened with this album, what was quite interesting about it, was that they really were really quiet about the recording and the release. It was recorded in February. And they basically did no promotion before the release of the album, and really only about a week before did people even know that it was coming out. And it was accidentally leaked by iTunes, and some people were able to get it a little bit early, but it was finally widely released, and there was a video for the song "Salute Your Solution." It came out the same day as the album, and it was nominated for Best Rock Album for a Grammy Award. Really an interesting album. Now, the title, Consolers of the Lonely. For those of you who've been to Washington, D.C., there's a post office, Charles William Eliot. And I'll read the full line here. That's why I'm looking down here. Messenger of sympathy and love, servant of parted friends, consoler of the lonely, bond of the scattered family, and larger of the common life. And of course, this followed their debut album, Broken Boy Soldiers. And for those of you who don't know, this band, when that first album, Broken Boy Soldiers, came out, it was like, oh, Jack White's doing a side project. And I think Jack White was pretty adamant that this was not a side project. He had collaborated with Brendan Benson before, and a lot of people know Brendan Benson as sort of a great power pop rock guy. And this album really is just a combination of all those things. I think fans of Led Zeppelin in particular will find a lot of great tunes on these Raconteurs albums, and a lot of people point to this one as sort of their best album. And I might be inclined to agree. It's a solid effort, and so if you like just hard driving rock, solid singing, it definitely is in there. And I might even see elements of The Who in here as well. Whereas, the White Stripes and sort of Jack White on his own is a little bit more blues-based, I think. These guys are a little more just straight-up hard rock. And definitely worth hearing about and hearing these records. And as just through and through, just solid records. Now the album closes, and I got to mention it, closes with one of my daughter's favorite songs, which is the Carolina Drama, which is Jack White's sort of epic song. It's a tale. It almost reads like a movie. And I also want to mention the other members of the band, Patrick Keeler, who plays drums, and Jack Lawrence, the bassist, who also plays in the group. I don't want to go without mentioning those guys. But this album's really well pressed. It's on Warner Brothers, and I believe it's an RTI pressing. There's a little booklet in there with the guys in the band. But just a really, really nice sounding record. Like I said, one that you can put on and just get a whole lot out of. But worth seeking out, especially for fans of rock and the more rockin' side of Jack White. Just a solid slab of just of just solid rock music. Consolers of the Lonely by the Raconteurs, today's daily record. And like, subscribe, comment, and share. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. It's TommyBurton75. Watch my other channel, Tommy Burton's VC channel. But in the meantime, I'll see you guys again tomorrow with another daily record.